to the readings of the Way Back to Mayberry by Fann. Today's chapter is number 10. The title of it is How Do I Love Thee? And the name of the episode is Barney and Thelma Lou. And the scripture comes from Philippians chapter 2, verse 3. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves. Barney Fife was a character of many talents. One talent he was particularly proud of was his ability to get along with the ladies. The series is full of episodes where Barney shows us his wisdom and ways in dealing with members of the opposite sex. Barney may not have always been successful at the dating game, but he sure provided us with a lot of lasting memories. Most fans will remember Barney's most steady girlfriend, Thelma Lou. I think we can actually learn something with respect to our romantic relationships from one episode. As the title suggests, Barney and Thelma Lou sets us up for some relationship fireworks. It seems that Barney and Thelma Lou have been dating for quite some time. The episode opens with the couple admiring furniture while window shopping. Thelma Lou is impressed with the formal living room couch while Barney is taken with the leather chair. One thing leads to another and they begin talking about how it would be to set up a home together. Barney begins to get cold feet and he hurriedly changes the subject. But it is obvious that the two have a loving relationship and both would like to get married someday. The events of the next day unfold rather quickly. Thelma Lou has a dentist appointment in the nearby town of Mount Pilot, but has no way to get there. Barney can't take her in the squad car because Andy needs it for official business. By a stroke of luck, Gomer comes into the courthouse and offers to take Thelma Lou. The plans are made and Andy pokes a little fun at Barney by asking him if he should get a chaperone for Gomer and Thelma Lou. Barney laughs sarcastically and makes a bold statement about Thelma Lou, that he has that little girl in his hip pocket. Well, you can probably see where this is going. Gomer hears what Barney says and innocently spills the quote to Thelma Lou while on the way to Mount Pilot. Thelma Lou, obviously disturbed at this revelation, plots her next move. She decides to focus her attention on Gomer in the hope that it will make Barney jealous. This performance turns into a huge turmoil between Barney, Gomer, and Thelma Lou. Barney is mad at Gomer because he thinks Gomer stole his girl. Thelma Lou thinks she is getting back at Barney, and poor Gomer doesn't know what to do because he hasn't a clue as what is going on. To make matters even worse, Gomer, coming from a really conservative family, feels a commitment to marry Thelma Lou because she kissed him on the cheek. As Andy says, some couples don't even hold hands in public until their 7th or 8th young'un comes along. The whole scandal is a result of a lack of appreciation, maybe even a lack of respect. Barney's attitude toward Thelma Lou was not reflective of someone who really cared about her. He just assumed that no matter what, she would always be there. And from Thelma Lou's reaction, Barney got a little taste of what life would be like without her. In the end, Thelma Lou apologizes to Gomer and to Barney for her little scheme. Her only request is that Barney never say that he has her in his hip pocket again. No matter how much we might deny it, feeling appreciated is important to us. Whether it be as a parent, a co-worker, or a spouse, we all want to feel appreciated. From the other side of the equation, this episode reminds me how important it is to show my loved ones how much I appreciate them. Since I became an engineer in 1988, my job has required me to travel. Sometimes the destinations are exciting, such as Orlando, Florida, Monterey, California, and Munich, Germany. More often than not, the destinations aren't quite so flashy. I've never heard anyone brag about going to Killeen, Texas, Leavenworth, Kansas, or Anniston, Alabama. Traveling offers several new experiences, and it can be a lot of fun. Apart from the business, there's usually a local culture to experience. I do have to admit that when I'm traveling for work, I don't always think about home that much. I'm usually caught up with so many meetings and distractions, it's easy to forget about what is going on back home. That all changes when my wife Nicole travels. It makes a huge difference when she is away and I'm the one left at home. The ego that goes with upgrading to first class on the plane and requesting the room with the king bed is gone. The preoccupation with a hard day's work on site, then a social time after work is replaced with going home to an empty house. When you're on the road, you don't always realize how lonely it can be back home. When you're concerned with the status of the new contract or how well the first day of software integration went, you don't remember how little fun it is to wash the clothes and keep the house straight by yourself. When you receive the praises and accolades from the customer for a job well done, it's easy to forget how hard it is to get to sleep when you're at home in your bed alone. When Nicole travels, it makes me appreciate her that much more. I realize how much she puts up with when I'm gone. She is in charge of the house and makes a special effort to keep everything running smoothly. I realize very quickly while I'm out saving the world that she is at home doing the real work. Taking someone for granted is an easy thing to do, but something that becomes very obvious when the roles are reversed. Barney had gotten very used to Thelma Lou being there for him, so much so that he bragged that nothing could cause him to lose her. He later found out what it was like not to have Thelma Lou around, and it made him realize just how much he needed her. In our relationships, it is very easy to let our pride get in the way. We assume that we are just about the most important person there is, and that those around us should treat us as such. But it is a humbling experience to think about how our lives would be without the ones we love, without the ones we depend on every single day, the ones we so often take for granted. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next week.